Hi guys, today we are going to do a session focusing on the shoulder. For this, you're going to need a yoga block. You could use a pillow, a blanket, maybe a couple books. What we're going to be doing is using this to kind of find our end range with our shoulder. So just make sure it's within a reasonable distance, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, to begin today, we're going to start with a few cars. So we'll do our neck, our back, and our shoulder. Okay, so for the neck, we can just do the seated, okay, nice and tall through our back. What we're gonna do is start bringing our chin down to our chest. Drag your chin across your left shoulder. Dump the contents of your left ear over your left shoulder. Look up to the sky. Contents of your right ear over your right shoulder, chin to your shoulder, drag across to where you started. Now we're going to go the other way. So chin to your right shoulder, contents of your right ear over your right shoulder, eyes to the sky, left ear over left shoulder, chin comes down, drag it across. Good. Go ahead and do that one more time, both directions on your own. Make sure you're nice and tall through your back the whole time. Good. Okay, the next one we're going to do is our spine. So go ahead and hug yourself. Okay, all we're going to do is work through the small range of motion. So we're just going to be folding forward and going all the way around. So start nice and tall, back straight. Okay, hunch forward just as far as you can. You should feel your ribs collapse towards your hips. Rotate to the left. Dip that left shoulder backwards, chest comes to the sky. Make sure you're not falling backwards. Okay, this is as far as your back extends. Rotate towards the right, dip that shoulder down, collar or ribs come down, back to that flex position we started in. And we'll go back to the left, rotating, dipping the shoulder, chest up to the sky, left shoulder drops, ribs drop, starting position. Good, do that one more time, each direction on your own. Good. All right, the next one we're going to do is our shoulder cars. Okay, this will be the last cars that we do. Okay, you can do this in a kneeling position. Just make sure that your hand clears the floor. Okay, we'll start this with our right arm, palm facing up. Okay, everything else is nice and tight. Remember, when we're doing this, we're focusing on only moving this specific joint, so we don't want you reaching with your back. Okay, and being in this kneeling position will help lock your hips in too. Okay, so palm up. Palm crosses your midline, bicep tracks to your ear. You're at your highest range here. Screw in that light bulb over your head, thumb comes around, so now your palm is facing up like you're looking for a high five behind you. Finish with your palm facing away. And we go backwards, so thumb leads till you find your end range. Wring out the towel behind you as you come up. So you're going to finish with your bicep by your ear. Palm turns up towards the sky, back across your midline, and we're to our starting position. Okay, do that one more time on your own. Make sure that only your shoulder is moving, you're not rotating through your back, and you're not hiking your shoulder up high. working in what our usable range is. All right, let's go do the other arm. Okay, so we're on our left side now. Palm crosses your midline, bicep to your ear. Screw in that light bulb, thumb comes around. You're looking for a high five behind you. Palm finishes away from you. Lead with your thumb, find your end range. Ring out the towel behind you. Bicep by your ear, palm to the sky, and you finish. One more time. Good. All right, so we're gonna get started here. We will get into a quadruped position, so on your hands and knees. Okay, we're gonna start with a cat-cow. So make sure that your knees are stacked under your hips, hands under your shoulders. Now we're gonna do this cat-cow a bit differently. So we're always gonna be starting back by our pelvis. Okay, so what I first want you to do is look up to the ceiling and find the highest point that you can see. Okay, so that'll put us in this cow position. Okay, and we're gonna start by rounding our hips under, and you're thinking about going segment by segment through your back. Okay, so keep your eyes on that spot. Round under, and then when you can't keep your eyes on that spot anymore, you'll know it's time to start dipping at your chin. So your chin gets to your chest. Good, and from that position, we're gonna start with our hips again. So we're in this cat position now, and we're gonna reverse it all by starting with the hips. Okay, so the hips dip, the back starts to arch. You're thinking arching segment by segment, and then you're gonna find that spot on the ceiling again. All right, and reverse with the hips. And back. And do this one more time, each direction. Good. All right, so now moving on to some of our shoulder rotation pails and rails. Okay, what you're gonna do is get into, if you know what the sleeper stretch is, so you're gonna be lying on your side. Okay, your bottom arm is gonna start straight out in front of you. Make sure that your shoulders are stacked. You don't wanna be leaning back. Okay, so shoulders are stacked, back is nice and flat. Bring your hand up to 90 degrees. Okay, and all we're gonna do is find our passive range of motion here. So elbows straight out in front of you. Okay, just find where you feel that tension with your top hand, and you're just gonna hold this stretch. Okay, a lot of the time you'll feel the stretch up in this part of the shoulder. So back to our pails and rails. Okay, remember the pails is going to be a push, so we're progressively going to be pushing our bottom hand against our top hand. Okay, so that'll be the pail. The rail for this position is going to be quickly trying to pull this bottom hand away from the top hand and closer to the ground. When you do that, make sure you're not rolling your shoulder. Okay, you're just maintaining this shoulder position and trying to find that stretch a little bit deeper. Okay, we'll hold this for a few more seconds, and then we'll start our pails and rails. All right, so we'll work up to about 75% effort today in this shoulder rotation. So go ahead and start pressing against that top hand with about 20% effort, and we'll gradually ramp up to 40 to 50. Remember, you're staying in your safe zone. Okay, if it starts to hurt, then back off a little bit. Okay, just do what you're able to do, and then we're gonna ramp up to 75% and hold. In 3, 2, 1. Pull away, pull down to the ground. Get that bottom hand away from the top hand. Make sure that shoulder's staying glued to the ground as you pull. Drop your top hand and hold. Okay, we're going to hold this new stretch position. And we're going to repeat. So start pushing up against that top hand, 20%, 30, 50, 75, and hold. All right, and we're going to do our rail in 3, 2, 1. Pull, 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 pull. Shoulder stays down, hand comes close to the ground. Keep working, keep working. Drop that top hand and hold. Good. Let's get some motion back in there. We're going to go to our other side. All right. Find that same good flat back position. Arms straight out in front of you. Elbow to 90 degrees. Find your end range and hold. Make sure that your shoulders are stacked. You're not rolling off that bottom shoulder. All right, we're going to start our pail. So 20% effort through that top hand. Ramp it up to 30, 50, and 75 and hold. All right, and our rail in 3, 2, 1, pull as hard as you can towards the ground. Make sure that shoulder stays glued, you don't roll up. Pull, 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 constant effort. It's all about time under tension here. Drop that top hand and hold. All right, start again. 20% in this new position. 30, 40, all the way up to 75 and hold. All right, in 3, 2, 1, pull. Hand pulls towards the ground. Don't let gravity do the work for you. Shoulder stays locked in. Drop your top hand and hold that stretch. Good. Shake it out. All right, so now we just worked on that internal rotation. Okay, we're going to go and do the opposite into our external. So this is where you're going to need your yoga block or a book, pillow, towel rolled up, whatever you have around you will be fine. Okay, this time instead of being on our side, we're going to be on our chest. Okay, so laying on your chest. Okay, you're going to take your yoga block. Okay, arm straight out by your side. Okay, to 90 degrees. You're going to put the implement, okay, wherever your end range is. Okay, so if you don't have a lot of external rotation, you can move it out farther. If you do, move that block in. Okay, but you'll know you're in the right spot if you get down on your chest and you cannot pull your forearm off the block. Okay, so this is our position here. Okay, make sure your chest stays low. If you raise up, you're artificially creating space. Okay, so chest down to the ground. And we're holding this stretch. So the pail here, okay, will be pushing against the block and the rail will be trying to pull your forearm off the block. Okay, so we'll start our pail pushing 20%, 40% effort, 50, get up to 75 and hold. Make sure your shoulder's not hiking up, your chest stays low. Into our rail in 3, 2, 1. Try and pull your forearm off the block. Elbow stays close to the or on the ground. Keep pulling, keep pulling. If you've created more room, move that block and hold that new stretch. All right, starting our pail again, pushing into the block, 20%, 40, 50, 75 and hold. Into our rail in 3, 2, 1, pull. Pull, 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 reverse it. Fist towards the ceiling. And relax. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do the other arm. Okay, I'll face this way. All right, so same thing, find that end range. Elbows at 90 degrees, shoulders at 90 degrees, and we hold. All right, let's go ahead and start our pail. So pushing into the block, 20%, ramping all the way up to 75%. When you get there, hold. In 3, 2, 1, pull. Try and get your forearm off the block. Move the block to your new position and hold that stretch. All right, start your pail, pushing gradually into the block till you get up to 75%, then hold. All right, our rail in 3, 2, 1, pull. And relax. Good. All right. Now the last shoulder thing that we're going to do today is shoulder extension, so over our head. Okay, so with this, you're going to need your block or your book, or you could actually use a table for this, that would be fine. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to get into this chest to the ground position, okay, and we're going to have our hand or forearm propped up on the block, okay. And so you're going to be in this position. You should feel the stretch down through your shoulder blade, your lat. Okay, and we're holding here, thumb to the sky. You know you're in the right position if you get down there and you can't lift your hand off the block. Okay, so find this position and hold your stretch. All right, the pail for this one is going to be trying to drive your hand into the block towards the ground. The rail is going to be trying to pull your thumb and your hand off into the ceiling. Okay, make sure that as you do this, your chest stays low to the ground. Okay, there shouldn't be any movement. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and start our pail. So 20% pushing into the block, into the ground. Gradually ramp up to 75% and we're holding. All right, our rail in 3, 2, 1, pull. Pull, pull, pull. Keep your chest low, don't come up at all. You're actively trying to pull your chest towards the ground through your shoulder. And relax, hold that stretch. All right, starting again. Ramping up, 20% pushing, 30, 50, 75 and hold. All right, reverse in 3, 2, 1, pull. Pull, pull, pull. And relax. Good. Shake it out. We're going to go to the other side, so left side. Okay, find that new position again. we'll go ahead and start our pail. 20% pushing, 40, work up to 75 and hold. Reverse in 3, 2, 1. Pull. Keep your chest low to the ground. Don't roll up on your shoulder. And relax. Last time here. Let's go ahead and start our pail. 20% working all the way up to 75% effort, and we're holding. Our rail in 3, 2, 1. Pull. Pull your chest towards the ground. Trying to lift your form off the block, keeping everything low. Make sure your elbow does not bend. And go ahead and relax. Good. Roll it out. And that is it for today.